Hey, what's going on, Kellen here? Let's talk about reciprocity when trying to pitch, especially if you're trying to pitch me or to me for my services or even for client services. I'll be honest with you. A lot of you are trying to get something for nothing, and that doesn't work like that. So the way news pitches work is if you have something newsworthy, and we can go. But some people are saying, hey, I got an event I want you to cover. Are you buying tickets? Are you buying hotel rooms? Are you giving a discount on any of that? No, don't ask somebody to spend thousands of dollars when they have teams and people who have to go out and people they have to pay when they leave their house. Do not ask. It's a waste of time. Don't say it's for the community. Don't say it's for this. Don't say it's for that. Because if it was for the community and we had that type of relationship already, you would come a whole different way, or I would come to you, or the client would come to you. So it's bothersome because so many people are users nowadays and they try to wrap themselves up like they're do-gooders and that they want to help people. I've had people say, hey, if you join this, 1 million people will be saved and not have to suffer from being in financial ruin. Well, this person's in financial ruin and wants us to join an MLM that they just joined. That has happened so many times. So don't pitch people things, especially me, unless you have something to offer. Nobody's, we didn't know each other before you needed help. And not to be cold or anything, we can't save anybody. Only Jesus saves. So if you want something pitched on a story for a client, or you want to do a collaboration with a client, or they come to your event, make sure you have something. Make sure your bank account is ready to, put something in to someone else's account. A lot of folks have a hard time opening up their hand and giving somebody else something. I don't know what it is, but you can give it to Starbucks, Adidas, but you can give it to companies that when you're shopping all the time. Consider pitching, especially for an influencer, social media person, like you're going to buy something. That should be like, why is somebody going to help you out? People aren't helping people out nowadays. I know, because when I'm helping people out nowadays, sometimes they're like, going the other way. So, tira la puerta. So, yeah, people aren't helping people out. And I'm a nice guy. All my clients are nice people. But no matter whether they are influencers, attorneys, medical doctors, nurse practitioners, TikTokers, whatever you want to say, right? They all have bills, family that got bills, enemies and frenemies that are around that got bills, and you got bills too. And I'm not impressed when people say things like, we're the biggest. We got a $600 million project. Well, if you got a $600 million project, throw some of that this way so we can get down. So we can get down and talk about some things and go round for round. But there's people who have big money projects who can't pay for advertising. And advertising, can cost you anywhere between 5,000, 10,000, and sometimes it costs you 100,000 and up, depending on how you want to do it. But people don't even want to put 5,000 down. And I'm telling you right now, I put out a video the other day that if you don't have 5K, don't ask me for any sponsorship for anything. Don't. Because unless it's coming out of my personal pocket and I choose who I want to donate to, the answer is no in so many languages. Reciprocity is everything. There's people, and I'm going to tell you why I'm being like this. There's people for years I've tried to reach out to in the community just to hear nothing, crickets, or sometimes get people on the phone and they're like, yeah, that sounds good. And then they flake on you, costing money, right? So now when they need something to sell out an event, they're like, oh, we need help. or their team says we need help, the answer is no. There's no reciprocity. Why should it happen? You were too busy then. You were too busy then, and I'm not busy, but I'm not interested. Sometimes it's a timing thing, but not interested. I answer all these emails. I'm answering emails while doing this video. And if you can't answer emails, I always tell people you're broke, or you got a system that's broken. And I could help with that, but it's going to cost you something. If you don't have money, what do you have? And we got to eat over here. We got to hit the scoreboard and see. And you want something for free, you're wasting my time. So some people, they are not going to get it. They're going to see this video and say, okay, I never need to call that guy again. And that's okay, because you didn't have good intentions anyway. So I don't want you to call me again. There's some people who say, oh man, I don't like your outfits when you wear. Stop wearing that African stuff, them African jerseys, that African clothes, that Oakland hat, them shades, take that off. And those people, guess what? I don't want their business. I don't want to do business with them in the long run, because we are on two different wavelengths. If you judging a book by the cover, one of the first things you learn in kindergarten, if not before, don't judge a book by its cover. I'm glad that people have found their nice professional looks. I'm glad that people have found their lanes and working on $600 million, projects. I'm happy. There's no hate in that. But I'm not impressed enough to work for you for free. The days of slavery are over. The days of slavery are over. The days of, hey, you pat my back, I'll pat yours. There's very few people who are like that nowadays. And when you find those people, I hold on to them tight, but you can find them in the first 2 minutes of talking. This is a giver. And I love a giver because I'm a giver. So we're going to just keep going tat for tat, give for give. And we're going to have, a great relationship, because business is a relationship. If you really think about it, it's a real relationship. You got to be in tune. You got to want to talk to that person. I know there's times clients be like, I don't want to talk to him. I talk to anybody else, anybody else on the team. I don't want to talk to him because for whatever reason, numerous reasons, might get too personal if I talk about that. But I might not know the reason also, because you never know what people are going through. And they tell you as much as they want to tell you. But reciprocity is everything. And that's what I wanted to get. I wanted to get those people who, man, let me go pitch and hey, I got something great. Okay, how does it benefit me? Because I don't need a free anything. I can pay that myself. So tell me where the bottom line is, the dollar line is, and then we can go make some progress. But I want to give you all that game real quick. If you got any questions, comments, or anything, please leave them. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe this game. And I say share it because this game can change someone else's life. A lot of selfish people who are takers, they don't even know they're takers. Sometimes it's just their upbringing. Sometimes, you got the beautiful person who was the star athlete, the star student, pupil, and nobody ever wanted to tell them, like, you are really selfish. You are really a selfish person, and you're not a pleasant to be around because you're so selfish. But hopefully that's not you. Hopefully that's not me. Let's keep God first and keep pushing. Y'all be blessed.
Are you tired of the rat race in America? Are you ready to visit the motherland to relax and rejuvenate? Are you ready to explore all that Africa has to offer? Then check out the brand new Diversified Game Academy course, Prepare for My First Trip to Africa. Are you worried about being able to afford the trip? We got you. We will show you how to travel either on a budget or as a baller. Learn how to stress the value of the USD. Did you know that 100 United States dollars is worth over 1,000 South African rand or 10,000 Kenyan shillings or 54,250 West African CFA? Are you worried about taking your kids? Get the game from KELLEN Cash, a bona fide world traveler, having traveled to almost 20 countries, several of those in Africa. Get the game on taking your kids on their first trips. Learn how to find the best tickets, get the visas, and plan your own adventures in Africa. Don't let Eddie Murphy have all the fun. Plan your own coming to Africa trip starring you, produced by you, and featuring you. If you are ready for a life-changing experience, sign up for our course today, Diversified Game